Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. The UN General Assembly has overwhelmingly adopted a resolution demanding an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. The result was welcomed by the Palestinian presidency, while Hamas said it showed the prevailing international will was in favour of stopping the aggression. Shingai Nyoka reports.
153 member states voted in favour of the resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire, among them India and Canada. 10 voted against, while 23 countries, including the UK, abstained. The text passed today largely reproduced the resolution blocked in the Security Council on Friday by the United States. And while the result of the vote is non-binding, it does reflect a growing number of countries opposed to Israel's continued offensive against Gaza.
The Argentine economy minister has announced a 50% devaluation of the currency, the peso, as part of President Javier Milei's plans to tackle the country's economic woes. Luis Caputo said he had inherited the worst economic legacy in Argentina's history, and he was taking steps to avoid hyperinflation. Here's Katie Watson.
Javier Milei said Argentina needed shock therapy to fix its financial woes, and his economy minister, Luis Caputo, seems set on delivering it. Mr Milei has already halved the number of ministries and cut staff in government departments, and his team also announced the end of subsidies across several different sectors. The IMF, to which Argentina is heavily indebted, has praised the measures as bold, saying it'll help improve public finances and stabilise the economy. But while this was a much-awaited package of measures, the government has warned the effects will be painful for Argentina before things start to improve.
The White House says it's giving Ukraine a further $200 million of arms and equipment, but warned this could be one of its last packages of military aid unless Congress approves fresh resources. Negotiators at the United Nations Climate Conference are holding a series of meetings as they search for a compromise final agreement. No new text has yet been published, with demands for the inclusion of a phrase promising the phasing out of fossil fuels being rebutted by oil and gas producing nations. Justin Rolat reports from Dubai.
Global diplomacy is all about compromises, but especially so during these UN climate conferences. Some nations say they simply can't afford to sign up to a rapid phase out of the use of coal, gas and oil. And that is the other side of the coin. Oil-rich countries have been vilified for dialing down the ambition on fossil fuels here in Dubai. Meanwhile, developed countries have been accused of watering down promises to increase the cash for developing nations. And in a haggle like this, everyone needs to give ground.
Justin Rolat reporting. BBC News. Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk has won a vote of confidence in Parliament, confirming his diverse alliance as the country's new government. He'd earlier outlined his administration's agenda, which includes improving relations with the European Union and securing judicial independence in Poland. The United States says the three-day ceasefire agreed by parties involved in conflict in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo is holding. The truce also provides for the withdrawal of forces occupying the town of Mushaki, seized this month by the M23 rebel militia and a main supply route in eastern Congo. The British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's emergency bill reviving his plan to send asylum seekers to Rwanda has been approved by Parliament, enabling it to proceed to the next stage of the legislative process. The bill has opened up deep divisions in the ruling Conservative Party. Here's our political correspondent, Chris Mason.
The Prime Minister will allow himself a smile, not because a government winning a vote at this early stage of trying to pass a new law is much of an achievement. It isn't, but because victory is the absence of defeat. The Rwanda plan remains a goer for now, and while Rishi Sunak's position in the opinion polls is bleak, his position within the Conservative Party isn't as bad as it could have been. But the awkwardness now elongates because when this bill returns in the new year, some of those who abstained will demand changes, or else, and some of those who offered their support will demand it doesn't change, or else.
The French striker Karim Benzema has become the first footballer to score in 4 FIFA Club World Cups as his side Al Ittihad opened the 2023 tournament with a 3-0 win over Auckland City. The 35-year-old's appearing in his 6th Club World Cup, having played in 5 with his previous team Real Madrid. That's the latest. BBC News.